Good day everyone and welcome back to SCP Illustrated, entry log 100. Yep, this video marks 100 data entries, and also coincidentally, this video marks 1 year that I've been working on this channel full time, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, to celebrate 100 entries, I have done a special drbright video for you all that looks at a number of the SCPs that I've covered over the last few years. It doesn't cover all of them, and the rules are not wiki legit, it's just a bit of fun. It's an excuse for us all just to kit back and forget about all the seriousness for a bit, and just have a muse over some of drbright's absurd shenanigans. Just so you know, this video contains blood, violence, drug use, partial nudity, bad language, self-destruction, and some erotic fanfiction. Without further ado, let's begin. The following data release has been authorised by the following council members and administration staff. drbright is not allowed to send D-Class personnel through the SCP-2935 cave in the hope of annihilating the fuckers who gave 682 back to us. Genocide on a worldwide scale is not okay. drbright is not allowed to claim that the D-Class that destroyed SCP-1983 was the original inspiration for Doomguy. drbright is not allowed to use SCP-2385 to educate anybody on the birds and the bees. drbright is not allowed to encase SCP-173 in lead, steel, or concrete in a vain attempt to contain him. He'll break out eventually. He always does. drbright is not allowed to use the Gate Guardian to dispose of anything. Previous transgressions have included his old fridge, a written-off car, barrels of radioactive waste, annoying D-Class personnel, dark matter, antimatter, and several other forms of matter that are unknown because Bright destroyed them. drbright is not allowed to throw SCP-432 into the sea with the doors open. drbright is not allowed to sell tickets to see the shadows of the dead. drbright is not allowed to refer to SCP-2521 as any of the following: Long-Armed Lenny, Ribbon Ryan, Slivery Stephen, or Tentacles Tommy. drbright is not allowed to spread rumours of a planet covered in SCP-173. drbright is also not allowed to scare the D-Class into believing they will go there if they disobey orders. drbright is not allowed to use SCP-162 to create his own Lucille from The Walking Dead. drbright is not allowed to shoot SCP-3000 with a spear gun, not even a huge spear gun, or a chainsaw cannon, or any kind of weapon for that fact. drbright is not allowed to utilise SCP-718 as a way of seeing out the back of his own head. Besides the clear containment breach, it's downright creepy. drbright is not allowed to use D-Class personnel as a way of playing fetch with SCP-1111-1. drbright is not allowed to do anything in regards to SCP-835. Chainsaw cannons are still not the answer to everything. drbright is not allowed to do any of the following to SCP-682. Drop him into a black hole, drop him into the sun, drop him into Earth's core, drop him down SCP-2915, launch him into space, or launch him at SCP-2399. drbright is not allowed to chain D-Class personnel to SCP-682's tail. There is absolutely no logical reason for this. drbright is not allowed to read SCP-682 bedtime stories. drbright is not allowed to ride SCP-682. He's a psychopathic homicidal beast, not a horse. drbright is not allowed to use SCP-184 to make anything bigger. Your infant desk drawer contains several dangerous objects which are now on the loose. drbright is not allowed to give object classes to his own body parts. drbright is not allowed to have a sing-off with SCP-2915. drbright is not allowed to project images of SCP-096 anywhere ever again. That business with SCP-173 was a disaster. drbright is not allowed to feed chocolate or any kind of confectionery to SCP-682, especially a chocolate fountain that doubles as a swarm of carnivorous ants. drbright is not allowed to make any kind of meat product out of SCP-610. Least of all, then sell it to those factories where they make those cheap ready meals. drbright is not allowed to do anything to SCP-999. Leave it be. Dr. Bright is not allowed to play the board game Operation of SCP-049. It's not enrichment, it's stupid, and SCP-049 has said several times he finds it demeaning. Dr. Bright is not allowed to serve SCP-1678-D in the cafeteria. You're also not allowed to have SCP-1678-A specimens as your own bodyguards. Dr. Bright is not allowed to wear SCP-035 to any Halloween parties. In fact, just not at all. Dr. Bright is not allowed to refer to SCP-1048 creations as his minions. Sorry Bright, but you're not allowed your own Japanese cosplay raptor from SCP-1472. Dr. Bright is not allowed to get baked until I can see the fourth dimension with the fake SCP-4099. Dr. Bright is not allowed to terminate SCPs with a bomb vest. Admittedly though, you've done us all a favour by terminating SCP-1155. Dr. Bright is not allowed to fund a space program just so he can give roses to SCP-179. The only thing colder than the emptiness of space was the rejection you got from her. Worse still, she pointed at you. She identified you as a threat to Earth. Dr. Bright is not allowed to authorise any SCP-682 termination attempts which involve SCP-106. That would most likely result in a breach of secrecy, a possible XK, and a certain containment breach. The damage and number of casualties are incalculable. Dr. Bright is not allowed to make origami dragons and hang them from fishing line. Too soon, Bright. Too soon. Dr. Bright is not the leader of the Shark Punching Centre. He is not the Shark Punching King. Sharks do not fear him. And he is not the oncoming storm of the shark world. Dr. Bright is not allowed to swim in SCP-354. Actually, you know what? Go for it. Maybe something will eat you. Dr. Bright is not allowed to bribe furry enthusiasts with SCP-3660. Dr. Bright is not allowed to put any paper-based SCPs through a paper shredder. All researchers assigned to SCP-12 stand by for allocation to a new project.
Dr. Bright successfully neutralised SCP-096 with a mirror. Well, why did none of us think of that? Dr. Bright is to join us in the sunlight, so we can all be together again. Come back to us, Bright.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to impersonate the Smiling Man to scare SCP-507. That's just mean. Dr. Bright is not allowed to hit any annoying SCPs with any kind of sports equipment. Researchers working with SCP-079 prepare for reassignment. Dr. Bright is not allowed to ring SCP-513 to announce lunch break. Dr. Bright is not allowed to enter SCP-3008 just to experience infinite meatballs.
He just hosed down SCP-469 with acid and radiation. It's dead.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to take selfies with SCP-1424 for easy likes, shares and retweets. Dr. Bright is not allowed to tame SCP-939 specimens into his own pets. They are not dogs, they are not doggos, they have nothing to do with McDonald's or ketchup. Dr. Bright is not allowed to graffiti the walls with any of the MTF field code symbols. You're lucky you weren't shot by the MTF after you put all those symbols up followed by the don't trust the symbols symbol.
Dr. Bright and Volga just took SCP-1689 to Northern Ireland. I don't think we'll be getting that back anytime soon.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to do anything, or to go anywhere near, or have anything to do with SCP-1471, ever. Also, you're not allowed to email this kind of artwork to anyone either. Dr. Bright is not allowed to take SCP-2295 to Build-A-Bear again. You've successfully traumatised the poor thing.
SCP-973 reclassed. Neutralised.
While it may or may not be true that Dr. Bright served alongside 051 in the siege of the factory, Dr. Bright is not allowed to use the Finders Keepers rule on any of the artefacts. Just because you were there does not mean you can own a finger-breaking hammer.
We've no idea how he did it, but Dr. Bright appears to have somehow fired Jupiter's moon, Io, at SCP-2399. Long story short, 2399 has been neutralised.
Dr. Bright is not allowed to attach any of the following to SCP-131A and B. smoke grenades, tear gas, flares, laughing gas bombs, stink bombs, audio recordings of SCP-096 screaming, audio recordings of SCP-682 saying pathetic, foghorns, reindeer antlers, tennis balls, or anything else for that matter. Just let them do their thing. Dr. Bright is not allowed to take SCP-049 and SCP-096 from containment for couples therapy sessions. Dr. Bright is not allowed to use SCP-053 as a human shield against SCP-682. And Dr. Bright is not allowed to impersonate an SCP-1861-B instance so he can stage a coup and take control of the submarine for his own purposes. And there we have it, everyone. That was the Dr. Bright 100th entry special. I really hope you liked this video. It was a ton of fun to make. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did. I really enjoyed this drawing style too. You have no idea how satisfying it is for me to draw with black outlines for once. Next time, we have a guest artist. That's right, another artist is joining me for a video, and this one is covering SCP-343. That one will be up and ready for you in a couple of weeks. Be sure to follow all the social media outlets for video updates. Be sure to check out the SCP Illustrated shop for posters and prints. All the links can be found below. And if you can't wait that long for new material and want even more exclusive content, then consider joining the Patreon for early video access, see all the sketches early, get exclusive sketches, request your own videos, collaborate in a video, and so much more. And thank you to Dr. Viewless, Andre, Tiger Shark, Sanchez, Hithel, Exalted Galaxy, Andy98, Generals Alert, JT Walker, SCP-106A, Rick Trexon and Sam B. Big thanks to Steamy, Hunter Killer, Len Hawks, Captain Core and Kibara. And huge thanks to Kokam, Gilbert, SCP-682, Viger, Kamana and Zanan. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all soon, and take care.